Om Ajnanatimrandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chaksalun Manitam Jaina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachadine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Satadine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Godadhara Sivasadi Obra Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Nitya Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Maga Karoti Vacharam Frangu Langaya Tegem Yat Kidata Mahan Mande Sigaram Tadhainam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Caitanya Ishram Hari Om Tat Sat. Did everyone have a nice Ganges Puja? So I want to thank Panchatattva Das and Tirtha Das and Danya Gaurangi Dasi for chanting and all others who are chanting. Today I'd like to speak a little bit on the importance of the chanting. But first he said
Today I would like to speak about the importance of chanting.
That when Prabhupada came here,
That when Prabhupada came here,
he would circumambulate the deities 3 times.
he will circumambulate the deities 3 times.
He would ring bells.
He will ring bells.
And we would follow him and dance in front and back.
And we will follow him and dance in front and back.
So this was a daily practice.
So this was a daily practice.
And one time I was wanting to get, I was leading, I wanted to get everyone to chant.
One time I was leading the kirtan.
I wanted to get everyone to chant.
and I wanted everyone to chant.
So in between, I was saying bolo bolo, which means chant chant.
So I was singing and I was saying bolo bolo, which means chant, chant.
And then Prabhupada called me over.
And then Srila Prabhupada called me over.
He said, don't add any extra words.
He said, don't add any extra words to the mantra.
So he was very careful not to add, subtract anything.
He was very careful not to add or subtract anything.
He called there are many groups that were chanting Nidai Gaur Radhe Shyam, chanting Sri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, etc. So he called that cutting out the mantras.
So all this group that were chanting half of the different mantras, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Radhe Govinda, he was saying that this kind of chanting is cutting off the mantra.
We should chant the full mantras.
We should chant the full mantras.
So we have Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. And he also gave the mantra Hari Haraye Namo Krishna Janmaya Namo Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan, because he said this was a favorite of Lord Chaitanya.
Because he said that this was favored by Lord Chaitanya.
So, but he did not want to imagine or cut any of the mantras.
But he didn't want to imagine or cut any of the mantras.
One time we had a kirtan competition.
One time we have a kirtan competition
And they were chanting.
and we were chanting
And we offered a cash prize.
and we offer
Cash.
cash prize.
So, but some of the kirtaniyas, they would chant in such a way you couldn't hear the mantra.
But some of the kirtaniyas that were chanting in such a way that they do not care about the mantra.
They chant some raga, and the one word would stretch out like 2 minutes.
So they chant in such a way that the one word was stretched out for 2 minutes.
So, Prabhupada said, this is not good.
So Srila Prabhupada says it's not good.
You want to hear the mantras.
He wanted to hear the mantras.
And then he said, these people, some of them are just chanting for money.
And he said these people, some of them are just chanting for money.
Taka, 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 give me money, money now.
Taka, 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 give me money, money now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
So, like that, he, that was the last kirtan competition we did.
So that was the last kirtan competition we did.
One year I was in Bangladesh.
1 year I was in Bangladesh.
And there was a Maharaj who was listening.
And there was Maharaj listening.
He listened to one group 45 minutes.
He listened to one group 45 minutes.
And I thought, wow, he got real devotion for the group.
Wow, he has pure devotion for that group.
And I said, what are you thinking?
And I said, what you thinking?
So I'm trying to figure out what mantra they're chanting.
I said, I was figuring out which mantra they were chanting.
I said, Hare Krishna.
I said, Hare Krishna. I said, 1 second.
So it's not some secret what we're chanting.
So it's not some secret what we are chanting.
We want everyone to know and chant with us.
We want everyone to know and chant with us.
One year there was someone chanting outside the room of Prabhupada on the veranda here in the Lotus building.
1 year was one devotee chanting outside of Prabhupada's room.
He was chanting very loud.
He was chanting very loud.
And Prabhupada called him in.
And Prabhupada called him in.
What mantra are you chanting?
Which mantra are you chanting?
He said, I'm chanting Hare Krishna.
He said, I'm chanting Hare Krishna.
Well, what is this? Next Ram Ram, next Ram Ram.
What is this? Mix, Ram, Ram, mix.
So, Prabhupada wanted us to chant also and pronounce the words carefully.
Prabhupada wants us to chant properly and pronounce the word carefully.
So, like this, Prabhupada was giving some personal instructions to the devotees.
So like that, Srila Prabhupada was giving some personal instructions to the devotees.
How to chant.
How to chant.
And that reminded me of the, because the Panihati president of our Atlanta, new Panihati, he just arrived in Mayapur.
That reminds me something that the new Panihati temple president just arrived in Mayapur.
So I was remembering how Lord Nityananda, he was sent back by Lord Chaitanya to Bengal.
So I was remembering how Nityananda was sent by Lord Chaitanya to Bengal.
And Lord Chaitanya said that in Bengal, I left half the work done.
And Lord Chaitanya said that in Bengal, I left half of the work done. Thank you, Prabhu.
And so one of us should go back and finish off the work.
So one of us should go back and finish up the work.
So Lord Nityananda was sent back to Bengal.
So Lord Nityananda was sent back to Bengal.
Lord Nityananda said he needed some manpower.
So Lord Nityananda said he needs some manpower.
So Lord Chaitanya said, you can take whoever you want.
So Lord Chaitanya said, you take whoever you want.
So he took all the cowherd boys
So he took all the cowherd boys
and some other devotees.
and some other devotees.
He took like Mini Kanal Ram Das, Adi Ram Das.
He took like Aviram Das and others.
Mini Kanal Ram Das.
Also,
Mini Ketan Ram Das.
yes.
He had a special whip.
He has a personal whip. Whip. Sorry, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know in English whip.
And if you're whipped by it, you got love of Godhead.
So if you get that whipping, you get love of Godhead.
How many would like to be whipped by?
How many would like to be whipped by Lord Nityananda?
Mini Kanal Ram Das. Ki.
Maniketa Ram Das Ki.
So, like this, there were, it normally took 1 month to reach Bengal,
So normally it took 1 month to reach Bengal
walking from Puri.
from Puri,
But it took them 3 months
but it took them 2 months
because they were remembering the pastimes of Lord Krishna.
because they were narrating the pastimes of Lord Krishna
And acting them out.
and us
acting them out.
They were acting them out.
So like one would say how Krishna was playing on his flute like this,
So one was acting how Krishna was playing his flute like this,
and someone said I was dancing on the heads of Kaliya
and someone say I was dancing on the head of Kaliya,
and lifting up the Govardhan hill.
how he was lifting the Govardhan hill.
And so they were also ecstatic
So they were also ecstatic
that they left the road
that they left the road
and they went off.
and they went on
Off 10, 20 kilometers.
10-20 kilometers.
They said, where is the road to Bengal?
So where is the Bay of Bengal?
Back there.
Right there,
20 kilometers.
20 kilometers.
Then they went back.
So then they went back.
But they were so ecstatic
But they were so in ecstasies
that they crossed the road by accident
that they crossed it again, they passed it away.
and went another 10 kilometers.
Another 10 kilometers.
Where is the road to Bengal?
Where is the Bay of Bengal? That way,
10 kilometers.
10 kilometers.
So their route was like this.
So the road was like that.
So finally they reached Panihati Dham.
So finally they reached Panihati Dham.
And Lord Nityananda went to the kitchen of Raghunath Das,
So Lord Nityananda went to the kitchen of Raghunath Das,
Raghunath Pandit,
Raghunath Pandit,
and he asked Raghunath Pandit, what's for prasad?
So he asked him what.
Raghunath Pandit asked him, oh, how many are you? I'll give you prasad.
So Raghunath Pandit asked, how many are you? I will give you prasad.
He said, well, we're about 50.
So he said, well, about 15.
So okay, go to the Ganges, take your bath. I'll be ready in 1 hour.
So he said, okay, go to the Ganges, take bath, I will be ready in 1 hour.
Cook a feast in an hour.
Sorry?
He would cook a feast in an hour.
So he will cook a feast in 1 hour. Cook a feast in 1 hour, sorry.
So, like that, Raghunath Pandit and Damayanti, his sister, who are cooks in Krishna Lila,
So
they are great cooks in the Caitanya Lila as well.
So like that, Raghunath Pandit and Damayanti, who were cooks in Krishna Lila, they also were great cooks in Gaura Lila.
So after 1 hour, they had a feast ready,
So after 1 hour, they had the feast ready,
and Lord Nityananda and his associates sat down to take prasad.
and Lord Nityananda and their associates sat down and took prasad.
So after they had prasad, a little rest,
So after they had prasad, they had a little rest.
what did they do?
What did they do?
They started kirtan,
They started kirtan.
and they Lord Nityananda was watching them while they chanted.
So Lord Nityananda was watching them while they're chanting.
Wherever he looked, they felt ecstasy.
So wherever he was seeing, they feel ecstasies.
And like this, the ecstatic kirtan began.
So like this, the ecstatic kirtan began.
And then Lord Nityananda, he started to dance.
So then Lord Nityananda started to dance.
So Nityananda is the source of Rahadev.
So Nityananda is the source of Varahadev.
So he's the husband of the Mother Earth.
So he's the husband of the Mother Earth.
So that's known as Bhu Rahadev.
So it's known as Bhu Varahadev.
So every step he took created mild earth tremors.
So every step he took, the earth tremble, make the earth tremble.
So, and Lord Chaitanya, he said he would be in 5 places.
So Lord Chaitanya said he will be in 5 places.
And one place is wherever And whenever Nityananda Prabhu is dancing,
So
he's there.
one of these 5 places is whenever Lord Nityananda is dancing, he will be there.
He wouldn't miss it.
He won't miss it.
So Lord Nityananda was dancing, and he saw Lord Chaitanya there watching.
So Lord Nityananda was dancing and he saw right there Lord Chaitanya watching.
But he told the devotees, you can't see him, but Lord Chaitanya is here.
He told the devotees, you cannot see him, but Lord Chaitanya is here.
I looked around, I didn't see him.
So everyone looked around, didn't see him.
He's wearing a garland from South India,
Look, he's wearing a garland from South India.
and you can smell him.
You can smell it.
So everyone was trying to smell Lord Chaitanya.
So everyone was trying to smell Lord Chaitanya.
And when someone smelled, he felt ecstasy.
So when someone smelled, he felt ecstasy.
He fell on the ground,
He fell on the ground
and he started rolling,
and he started
crying.
rolling and crying.
And the next person smelled Lord Chaitanya, and he started to also feel ecstasy. He fell on the ground.
So the next one also smelled Lord Chaitanya, started to feel ecstasy and fell on the ground.
Like this, there was the love gas.
So like this was the love gas.
Lord Chaitanya, his smell, his aroma, his fragrance alone was giving all the devotees love of Krishna.
So the aroma, the smell of Lord Chaitanya was giving everyone love for Krishna.
Then Lord Nityananda, he sat down,
So Lord Nityananda sat down,
and the devotees brought water from the Ganges,
so the devotees brought water from the Ganges
and bathed Lord Nityananda.
and bathed Lord Nityananda.
So then he went back and he changed his dhoti and chadar.
Then he went back, he changed his dhoti and chadar.
He sat down again
He sat down again,
and he told Raghava Pandit, I'm a cowherd boy, I like to have a Kadamba flower garland.
so he told Raghava Pandit, I'm a cowherd boy, I would like to have a Kadamba flower garland. A Kadamba garland.
But Raghava Pandit said, we have no Kadamba trees,
So Raghava Pandit say, look, we don't have Kadamba trees here.
and now it's not the season.
And also now is not the season.
Don't give me excuses.
Don't give me excuses.
Go into your garden.
Go to the garden and look for it.
Your lemon tree will give you Kadamba flowers.
Your lemon tree will give you Kadamba flowers.
He went back, and the lemon tree,
So he went back and the lemon tree started to popping up the flowers.
that's what you call Kalpa Vriksha,
That is called Kalpa Vriksha,
desire tree.
desire tree.
So he made a garland. He came back and gave to Lord Nityananda.
So he made a garland, he came back and gave to Lord Nityananda.
Then the devotees, they continued the kirtan.
So the devotees continued the kirtan.
And that kirtan continued day and night.
And that kirtan continued day and night.
And more and more people came and joined it.
And more people came and joined them.
And then those who came to watch,
So those who came to watch,
they got drawn in.
they got brought in.
And soon they were also chanting
And soon they were also chanting
and dancing.
and dancing.
And after 3 days,
So after 3 days, oh,
I have to go home.
I have to go home.
And then people asked, what happened?
And then the people ask, what happened?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare.
All they could do was chant.
All they could do was chant.
So more and more people came to watch
So more and more people came to watch
the kirtan.
the kirtan.
But as soon as they watched, they had to also join.
But as soon as they watch, they have to also join.
And they started to chant also.
They start to chant also.
Also dance.
Also dance.
Like this, the group increased 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000.
Like this, the group increased 100, 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000.
And gradually the devotees, somehow the kirtan just kept going day and night.
So gradually, the devotees and how the kirtan was going day and night.
So after about 3 months,
So lasted like 3 months.
the devotees started to manifest superpowers.
So the devotees started to manifest superpowers.
Someone was jumping from one branch to the next on the top of the trees.
Someone was jumping from one branch to the next on the top of the tree.
He was saying, Haribol, Haribol, Haribol.
He was saying, Haribol, 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 and jumping.
And someone else,
And someone else,
Ram Thakur,
Aviram Thakur,
he picked up a 60-foot long bamboo
he picked a 60-foot long bamboo
and he played it like he was holding one side and he played it like a flute.
and he just took the end of one side and played it like a flute.
Dancing.
Dance.
Someone grabbed 7 palm trees and hugged them
Someone took like 7 palm trees and hugged them
and lifted out of the ground.
and lifted them out of the ground
Start dancing.
and start dancing with the palm trees.
Someone took a big tree
Someone took a big tree
and pulled it out of the ground.
and pulled it out of the ground
Start dancing.
and start dancing.
Pretty Rahul Pandit said, look at Lord Nityananda, they're throwing out all my trees.
So Raghuva Pandit said, look, Lord Nityananda, they're pulling out all my trees.
I have nothing left in my garden.
I have nothing left in my garden.
So then Lord Nityananda, he transferred the kirtan party.
So then Lord Nityananda transferred the kirtan party.
And like that, they went from town to town, village to village.
And like that, they went town to town, village to village.
And just like kirtan, they flooded the whole world,
And just by kirtan, they floated the whole
or
world,
at least the whole Bengal.
at least the whole Bengal.
And he settled in Surabhi Kunja,
So he was settled in Suravi Kunja.
and that's where he made the headquarters of his Namahata movement.
And that was where he made his headquarters of the Namahata movement.
Now that Maharaj was just here before the kirtan, he comes from Surabhi Kunj.
So our Maharaj that was here before the kirtan, he just came from Suravi Kunja.
Before my class.
Before my class, sorry.
And he's, so I give a bag of dal every year for his prasad distribution.
So every year I give a bag of dal for his prasad distribution.
So he was making a courtesy call. I knew his guru. His guru called me as a younger brother.
I know that his guru called me as a younger brother.
And therefore I'm like his uncle.
So therefore I'm like his uncle.
Like this. Now, Lord Nityananda, he was here in Navadip,
So
and
like,
our Sai had the opportunity to go to many places of Lord Nityananda.
so like this, Lord Chaitanya was
Lord
The
Nityananda.
Lord Nityananda, sorry, was in India, and in the safari we have so many opportunities to visit the places where Lord Nityananda was.
We went to Aldiram Thakur's temple,
He went to Abraham Thakur's temple,
and he would personally bathe and dress the Gopinath deity
and he would personally bathe and dress the Gopinath deity
with the door open.
with the door open,
You could watch,
so you could watch him.
and he had a Gokul tree which was very old,
So he has a Gokul tree, which it was very old,
and Lord Nityananda would come there
and Lord Nityananda will come there
and sit underneath.
and sit underneath the tree.
So from that, Lord Nityananda had given each associate some area to preach in.
So like that, Lord Nityananda have give to each associate one area to preach.
So this associate, he had his place on the river Krishna, river Kana, in
So-
the city of Krishna,
So
Nagar.
like this associate was having a place in the river Kana in Krishnanagar city.
So that's called Kanakul Krishnanagar.
So that is why it's called Kanakur Krishnanagar.
So one day, you see, he's actually Aldiram is Sridham, one of the eternal friends of Lord Krishna.
So you see, Aviram is Sridham, one of the eternal friends of Lord Krishna.
But they are all just playing the parts as devotees.
But all of them, they were playing the roles of devotees.
It was very interesting to see their temples.
So they were very interesting. It was very interesting to see the temple.
Maybe in so one year, it just said how he would pull a map out. He would discuss with the associates. Well, this village, that village, the other village, they all have Maharaj, they're all Krishna. What about this village?
Okay, he used to sit with his associate and used to say, okay, look at this village, this village, this village, they are Krishna conscious. What about that village?
He said, there we have no contact.
So they used to say, we're there, we don't have any contact, no contact.
So let's have a festival in this neighboring village for 1 week.
So he used to say, okay, let's have a festival in this native village for 1 week.
And surely someone will come from that village
And slowly someone will come from that village
and will make contacts
and we'll make contacts
and will establish a Namahat center there.
and we will establish an Amahat center there.
So like this, they're all planning out how to preach, how to establish Krishna consciousness.
So like that they were planning how to preach, how to establish Krishna conscious.
Yes. So one day though, a tantric yogi, he came.
One day a tantric yogi came.
He thought, these bhaktas, they don't know anything.
So he said, these bhaktas, they don't know anything.
I'll show them my power.
I will show them my power. How strong is my power?
In the name of Kali,
In the name of Kali,
burn this Gokul tree to ashes.
burn this Gokul tree to ashes.
The tree was burnt down,
So that tree was burned out.
and some disciple ran and told Aldiram, some crazy yogi burnt Lord Nityananda's sitting tree.
So he said one crazy yogi came and burned Lord Nityananda's tree into ashes.
And so Aldiram ran out.
So Aviram ran out.
He saw the tree was burnt down.
So he saw that the tree was burned out.
He was so angry.
He was so angry, so he took a hair,
pull out a hair.
pull out a hair.
He said, let the tree re-manifest.
So he said, let the tree remanifest,
Oh.
appear.
Now, burning a tree down, that's one thing.
The-
Re-manifesting,
Now
that's another thing.
you see, burning the tree down is one thing, but remanifest, that's another thing.
So that yogi, he said, I messed with the wrong guy.
So that yogi said, oh, I messed with the wrong guy.
And so, then Ram looked at him.
So Avirandan looked at him.
He bowed down, I surrender, I surrender.
He bowed down and said, I surrender, I surrender.
The chant Hare Krishna.
Chant Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. So, like this, Lord Nityananda was very effective to spread the Hare Krishna chanting in every town and village in Bengal.
So like this, Lord Nityananda was very expert in spread the chanting of the Hare Krishna in every village of Bengal.
Meanwhile, Lord Caitanya from Jagannath Puri, he went south.
So meanwhile, Lord Chaitanya from Jagannath Puri went south.
He went to Visakhapatnam
He went to Visakhapatnam
and he went to the Kumbhadesh
and then he went to the Kumbhadesh
and then he went to Rajamundri
and then he went to Rajamundri
where he met the Ramananda Rai.
where he met Ramananda Rai.
And then he went to Vijayawada
And then he went to Vijayawada
where he saw the
where he saw the
Pananarasimha. Pananarasimha.
Pananarasimha.
So this year our safari is going on the southern route of Lord Chaitanya to Vijayawada and Visakhapatnam and Kumbhadesh.
So this year the safari going the same route on Lord Chaitanya to Vijayawada, Vijayapatna, Kumbhadesh.
In Kumbhadesh, he gave a very unforgettable command.
In Kumbhadesh he gave a very wonderful comment.
He said, Jari Dako Tarikoho Krishna Upadesh. Amar Agya Guru Hoya Taro Edes. And whosoever you meet, tell them the message of Lord Krishna. I order you to become a guru and deliver this land.
So he told this statement that whoever you meet, tell him about Krishna. I order to become a guru. I order everyone to become a guru.
And
deliver this message.
There are lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya and all these temples established by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
Are the footprints and all these temples that were established by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
We're also going to Ahobilam
We're also going to Ahobilam
and to Tirupati.
and to Tirupati.
So, if you want to see how Lord Chaitanya spread single-handedly Krishna consciousness, you're going to go to this route with us this year.
So if you want to see how Lord Chaitanya single-handed spread the Krishna consciousness, you should go to this path with the safari.
Andhra Pradesh is a very sweet place because the people are very much Vaishnava conscious.
Andhra Pradesh is a very sweet place because most of the people are very much Krishna conscious.
They worship Balaji, Lord Govinda, and also Lord Narasimha.
They worship Balaji, Lord Govinda, and also Lord Narasimha.
When you say Govinda, That's what they do. They all
That
say,
was they do.
Govinda.
That was they say, Govinda.
And normally, it's very hard. You have to wait a long time to see the deities, but we have some special contact.
Normally you need to wait for a long time to see the deities, but we have special contacts.
So you get darshan and Tirumala very quick.
So you get the darshan and Tirumala very quick.
Years ago, I went to Tirumala.
Years ago I went to Tirumala.
And they were giving out onions in the free prasad or free food.
And they were giving onions in the public prasad, the restaurants.
I told them they shouldn't give onions.
I told them you shouldn't give onions.
I said the people like it.
So people like it.
They may like it, but do you offer it to Krishna?
Sorry, Roman?
They may like it, but
may
do
like
you
it.
offer it to Krishna?
They may like it, but do you offer to Krishna?
No.
No.
So give them what you offer to the Lord.
So you should give them what you offer to the Lord.
And the Shastra says you shouldn't take onions and garlic.
Shastra says you shouldn't take onions and garlic.
So recently, then they stopped.
Then they stop.
And someone asked recently, why don't you serve onions?
So someone asked me, why don't you serve onions?
Ask them.
Someone asked them, why don't you serve onions?
Some sannyasi told them.
Some sannyasi told him.
So, also the devotees make a difference. The best news coverage was in Andhra Pradesh.
The best news coverage was in Andhra Pradesh.
And Rajmundry, I remember the whole town came out for the Rath Yatra.
And I remember in Rajamundry, the whole town came out for the Ratha Yatra.
And the devotees saw the temple where Ramananda Roy met with Lord Chaitanya.
And the devotees saw the temple where Ramananda Roy met with Lord Chaitanya.
And they took a bath in the sacred Gomati.
And they took a bath in the sacred Gomati.
A bath.
Bath.
Like that.
Like that.
It should be exciting.
It should be exciting. Exciting.
We want to welcome here the 3 other members from the Mayapuris who are here.
We want to welcome here our member from Mayapuris. Let's welcome with a big Haribol.
Danya Gorangi,
Danya Gorangi,
Balaram Tirtha,
Balaram Tirtha,
and Krishna Kishore.
and Krishna Kishore.
Also, we'd like to welcome Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj. Last year we went to the Radha Kunda, and he gave us all opportunity to serve.
Last year we went to Radha Kunda and he gave all of us opportunity to serve.
Shyam Kund and Radha Kund.
Shyama Kund and Radha Kund.
Are there any questions?
Are there any questions?
I saw also here some devotees from China and different places, so let's give them also a welcome.
I saw many devotees that are coming from different places, so let's give to everyone a welcome. Big Haribol. Haribol. Yeah. Yeah. Guru Maharaj, you say that Lord Chaitanya promised to appear in 5 places. You told only one.
Let's see. wherever Mother Sachi cooks,
whenever Mother Sachi cooks,
when Gadar cooks,
when Gadadhar cooks,
green tamarind,
when Gadadhar cooks green tamarind,
and one was when Nityananda dances,
when Nityananda dances,
and also later he said he's always present in Panihati Dham.
as he also say, he's always present in Panihati Dham. Any other question?
I think he said also the Murti.
I think
Well,
also he said the Murti.
I have to. We know that
We know
he's present here in Mayapur Dham.
We know that he is present here in Mayapur Dham.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, you said that Shastra says that we can't eat onions and garlic. So which Shastra is saying? Can you tell more the pastime of this onion and garlic?
You mentioned about the onion and garlic, that the Shastra says about onion and garlic, but in which Shastra and which pastime is there?
In the Puranas,
In the Puranas,
there's a history how onion and garlic came out from a murdered cow.
there is a history how the onions and garlic came from a murdered cow.
And it says that the onion and garlic are somehow having bad karma, like killing a cow.
And they say that somehow the onion and garlic are carrying bad karma because they're coming from the cow. It was a jagya made with one brahmana.
But that's, I was telling Shama Rasika
I was telling Shama
that I
Rasika
need a research group
that I need a
research group to find all the places where different things, like where it says in all the Puranas about onion and garlic.
like in different places where it says about all the Puranas about onion and garlic.
I'd also like to research the Bible. Where does it give any description about God?
And also about to research in the Bible whether there is any description about God,
Just to see what they have
just to see what they have
and use that for preaching.
and use something for preaching.
And also, like Lord Chaitanya spoke on the Quran,
And also what Lord Chaitanya spoke in the Quran,
on the Caitanya Lila in the Chaitanya Charitamrita.
and the Antya Lila and the Chaitanya Charitamrita.
So I had one PhD devotee who was from Azerbaijan. He was a born Muslim. I had him research this where it says all the things that Lord Chaitanya said.
There was one PhD devotee that he was born as Muslim, so I make him research whatever Lord Chaitanya says about the Muslims. Quran.
Allah is both personal and impersonal.
So he said Allah is both personal and impersonal.
So I asked like that. There's so many, you see the Andalila, there's a whole section what he talked to the Pathan warriors.
So you see in the Antalila there is one whole section where he said he spoke with the. Thank you.
So I would also like to have that researched
So and also I would like to have more research
with all the surahs, ayahs.
with all the suras, aryas.
So I have different like projects.
So like that, different projects.
So anyone here like to research?
So anyone who like to research?
1, 2, 3.
3.
To start. So we'll probably make some research
So we should probably make some research.
profile on the Facebook. Our website was
And post it in Facebook or in websites.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. And the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, it mentions that Rama represents Balaram. That's what I read. And so, Hare is Haladini Shakti. So Rama and Hare are mentioned together. It creates a little bit of confusion for me. Could you please comment on that?
When someone asks Prabhupada what was the meaning of Rama,
When someone asks Prabhupada what is the meaning of Rama,
he said, well, there are 13 Ramas in the Vedas.
so he said, you see there are 3 Ramas in the Vedas.
Parshuram,
Parashuram,
Raghupati Ram,
Raghupati Ram,
and Balaram.
and Balaram.
Take who you want.
Pick who you want.
And we know that Rama is also the name of Krishna,
We also know that Ram is also the name of Krishna,
because all the avatars come from Krishna.
because all the avatars are coming from Krishna.
But some people, they may be devotees of Ram,
So some people they may be devotees of Ram,
and some of Ram,
and some of Ram,
and some of Ram,
and some other of Ram,
some of Ram.
and some other of Ram.
So we don't want to disturb
So we don't want to disturb
and say that Radha means this,
that Rama means this,
when they can mean whatever they want.
when it can means whatever they want.
Krishna,
Krishna,
Balaram,
Balaram,
Raghupati Ram,
Raghupati Ram,
Parshuram.
Parashuram.
Guru Maharaj, you were explaining how in South India they worship Balaji or Govinda. When we climb Tirumala, they chant Govinda, Govinda. Are they, do they worship Govinda as in Krishna in the form of a coward boy, or is it a form of Vishnu that is also known as Govinda?
You see, when he came down, he had 2 hands,
You see, when he came down, Balaji has 2 hands,
as Srinivas,
as Srinivas,
Govinda.
Govinda.
He had 2 hands,
He has 2 hands,
and he married Padmavati,
and he married Padmavati.
who was the Vedavati.
She was known as Vedavati.
And she's the Chaya Sita, who was tortured in place of Sita.
She was known as Chaya Sita, who was tortured in the place of Sita, instead of Sita.
So she's a Jiva, where Sita is Lakshmi.
So he was.
She's a Jiva,
She's a Jiva,
and Lakshmi, Sita is a Lakshmi.
and Sita is a Lakshmi.
So when Lord Chaitanya comes, he marries Lakshmi Priya. She's also the Vedavati.
So when Lord Chaitanya came, he married Lakshmi Priya. She is also Vedavati.
And Vishnu Priya is Sita.
And Vishnu Priya is Sita.
So sometimes he shows the Sarabhut's 6-handed form, where his 2 hands are Ram, 2 hands are Krishna, and 2 hands are Lord Chaitanya.
So sometimes he come and show the Sadbhuj form where 2 hands are Ram, 2 hands Krishna, and 2 hands Lord Chaitanya.
So, but they think Govinda is the name of Balaji.
But, they think that Govinda is the name of Balaji.
And but the deity originally had 2 hands.
But the deity originally has 2 hands.
But Ramanuja asked the deity to please manifest 4 hands.
But Ramanujacharya asked the deities to please manifest 4 hands.
So he did.
So he did.
One time some devotee wrote Hare Krishna on the hillside.
One time one devotee brought Hare Krishna on the hillside.
And the executive officer came.
And the executive officer came.
Said, how would you feel if in your temple they chant Govinda?
How will you feel if in your temple they chant?
Great.
Great.
Our deity there also, Radha Govinda.
Our deities there are also Radha Govinda.
But there's only one Lord. He has lots of forms.
There is only one Lord. He has a lot of forms.
Unlimited forms.
Unlimited forms.
The original person is Krishna.
But we know that the original person is Krishna.
The original form.
The original form. Govinda.
Okay, Jai Gurudev. Pramavati is asking if you were born as a
Hare Krishna.
Dambasi, she wants to know, even if you don't follow the regulations, do you go back to Godhead when you die?
They asked a similar question to Lord Nityananda.
They asked a similar question to Lord Nityananda.
And he said that some people are living on the crust of the Dham.
So they say that some of the people living on the crust of the Dham. Crust.
Thin layer of material energy that covers the Dham.
The thin layer of the material energy that covers the Dham.
And those people may not go back to Godhead.
And those people may not go back to Godhead.
But for those who have some relationship with Krishna,
But for those who have some relationship with Krishna,
or some relationship with Lord Chaitanya,
or some relationship with Lord Chaitanya,
they get some special blessing.
they get some blessing, sort of blessing.
Normally you say Muslims, they don't take prasad,
Normally we say that the Muslims don't take prasad,
but they come here and take our prasad.
but when they come here they have prasad.
And some ask, why do you take prasad?
Someone asks, why you take prasad?
Say, well, food is food.
Oh, food is food.
But actually, they have some devotion.
But actually they have some devotion.
All the land of Gaudiya was donated by Muslims.
All the land of Mayapur, all the land of Mayapur was donated by Muslims.
The Gaudiya
All the land of the Gaudiya Math mainly were donated by Muslims.
to Srila Bhakti
To Srila Bhakti
Siddhanta
Siddhanta
Saraswati Thakur.
Saraswati Thakur.
Also, I'm not going to distribute this prasad.
Also, I'm not going to distribute this prasad.
Looks too good.
Looks too good.
No, I'm gonna give a blessing with Lord Jagannath's stick.
I want to give all of you a blessing of Lord Jagannath's stick, toothbrush.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.